What's up, guys? It's Simon. So, I wanted to talk to you about my viewpoints on the difference between the soul and the spirit. So, by now you've watched my Black Madonna video, and you've watched my gender-neutral pronoun video. And this is kind of, I guess you can say, a part 3 of the trilogy of that little mini-series, I guess you could call it. It wasn't necessarily supposed to be that, but you could, I guess, call it that way, since they do all relate to one another. So, let's start with the soul. No, let's start with spirit, because that's the term that is used so often. Hold on, there we go. Oh, hello curly Q. I need a haircut. But, spirit is a term that's used so often, for multiple things. It's almost like the word energy. It's kind of just sporadically thrown about. So, what spirit means to me is that raw life force energy, that animation, what's making me able to speak and move my face, move my body, pump blood through my veins. I have thoughts flowing through my brain. All of that stuff. That's what spirit is to me. That electrical current of energy, of life, what makes up life. That link to the Great Spirit. Okay? So that's what I feel the spirit is. I feel it's what links us to the Great Spirit of just raw life force energy, period. Okay? And I feel it's the primal instincts. I feel that's part of spirit as well. And I also link spirit with fire. The element fire. Okay? Not, the universe or cosmos or the Black Madonna, but our own life force energy, our spirit. I also link it to the color orange, which I feel is just the color of raw energy anyway. So, now let's talk about soul. I'm gonna get my pendulum so I stop fidgeting, because I've gone back to that fidgeting and antsiness again. So, soul, I attribute to the element of water, and obviously the color blue. Actually, no, I attribute the soul to the color gray, like a light gray. And I guess the reason why is because gray is kind of like black or white. Again, it kind of deals with the connotations of white being good, black evil. Sometimes I wonder if any one of us can really eliminate that conditioning system in our way of thinking, because once it's eliminated, how do you explain that? But that could be another whole video entirely. So, the soul is gray, and it's attributed to the element of water in my beliefs. And I feel that the soul is kind of, it's more that individual aspect, whereas spirit is a unifying factor that unifies us to each other and the Black Madonna. I kind of feel that the soul is our own separate energy. Okay, so you know how there's the Black Madonna, or the universe, or the Godhead, or whatever you want to call it, right? And then there's all these pantheons with all these deities, right? Well, you notice how each one has like specific aspect, like Aphrodite is the goddess of love, Artemis is the goddess of childbirth in the Wild Hunt. Hecate is the crone goddess and all that. You notice how there's all those differences, but together they make the primordial mother goddess. Same with all the gods. Okay, that's kind of what I feel our soul is. Our soul is one of those deity aspects. It's Hecate or Hermes or Aphrodite or something like that. Okay, you get my drift. But together, we make up the universal consciousness. We make up the Black Madonna. We make up the Great Spirit. We make up the cosmos, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Okay? So that's basically my viewpoints of spirit versus soul. I feel that the soul is more personal and more individual, whereas the spirit is that universal energy, that link, rather. I also attribute the soul to the etheric heart chakra, which is, okay, so you have your heart chakra here, right, in the middle of your chest. Go over right and up about 2 or 3 inches, probably 3 inches, and right just under that collarbone is your etheric, well, yeah, about an inch, maybe less, is your etheric heart chakra. And I can't remember exactly if I've read it or not, but either way, I truly believe that's where the soul lives. And the solar plexus, right, right here, yeah, that is where I believe the spirit lives. So you have the mind in the third eye, and then the whole body being in the auric energy field on that spiritual level. So that's kind of how I work with soul and spirit. When that's why I try and make sure I use the right terms. And sometimes when I'm talking to others, I'll ask them, "What do you mean by that? Do you mean like my soul? Do you mean spirit? Do you mean both? Does it mean something different to you?" I try to make sure that I understand what their term of soul and or spirit means, so that way I know what it is they're talking about. Because to me, they're different. I find them to be I find that the difference to be important, and I find it to be very beneficial. Um, I feel that it helps with understanding yourself better and interacting with others. I just, I just think it's, I don't know. I guess I've said all I can say about it, but yeah, I just feel that there is a difference. I don't feel that they can be used interchangeably. It's kind of like Wicca and witchcraft. A lot of people don't feel that they can be used interchangeably. Some say undyingly that they are not supposed to be used interchangeably. Um, I personally am one of those that does not believe that they can be. And the reason why is because witchcraft is not a religion in regards to today's idea of religion. Back in the olden times, pagan times, religion kind of meant what spiritual path means. But due to the Christianization movement and that dogma that was put in, and all that controlling like aspects, and I'm not going to go into that because I'm not trying to bash Christianity or the Abrahamic faiths, but due to what I just mentioned, it changed the connotation and maybe even the denotation, if I remember correctly, of what religion means. And so that's why I don't feel that they are one and the same, because uh, Wicca is a religion in regards to today's understanding of the definition of religion, whereas witchcraft is more spiritual. And sometimes it's not even spiritual. Sometimes it's just kind of matter of fact, but because it's not proven like science is, it can't necessarily be classified as science. But a lot of times, witchcraft is actually a little more matter of fact. Like, these herbs are used for this, energy works this way, how it resonates for you is how it is, and you just work with it that way, Whereas spirituality can kind of go into multiple parts, and I don't want to go off too much into a tangent, so I'm just going to finish off with saying Wicca and witchcraft to me are two different things, just like soul and spirit are two different things. And so I just kind of wanted to share with you guys, so that way you kind of understood where I was coming from, and I just really wanted to share. Also, because I know that I tend to not articulate things too well, and especially if I'm tired, so, because sometimes I do some videos late at night. I'm trying not to do that anymore. That's why I'm doing a lot of pre-recorded videos, so that way all I have to do is upload them and do the hashtags and all that good stuff. So, that's it, everybody. That's all I gotta say about soul and spirit. So I hope you found this interesting. Please feel free to share your thoughts and viewpoints and ideas and all that good stuff about soul and spirit in your own words, own ideology. Just type a little comment. Feel free to give this a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. And like I say, think outside the cauldron. You know, I think that's gonna be my little slogan, you know. And I'm actually surprised that I haven't been saying yay on YouTube, because I say it so much in real life. I'm really, really surprised. Maybe I haven't, I just don't remember. I don't know. If I haven't, you'll hear it eventually. But I don't know, to me I just kind of feel like I haven't been saying it on here, which is really surprising because I say it like all the time. But whatever. It'll come out when it comes out. But yeah, think outside the cauldron. Be respectful, be responsible, be careful, but don't limit yourself. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't live in fear, just live in awareness, okay? So, as always, thank you for watching, and blessed be my dear witch.